Da-da-da. Dun, dun, dun. And we're live. Here we are. Hey, Anna, how you doing?
How are
All
you
right.
doing, sir?
I am doing glorious, my love.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering, my name is Antonio Bryce, and this is Sexy Party. And I don't know. I need to work on a better intro.
You're
But
very excited. So.
yeah, I know. I just
And also completely nude.
we weren't supposed to tell people that, although we talk about it all the time.
Yeah,
So
completely fucking nude.
I, it's the only person that saw me naked was you.
It's important that
It is
people are
important.
aware. It's contextual. It
I
gives us
do.
context.
I can't help it. The only time I put clothes on is when I stream with Doug to Naples. Like I sent Doug a message about 5 minutes ago. I was like, "Are you streaming?" Because Doug likes everybody to be on camera and shit when they're on his channel. And I was like, "All right, fuck it." He helps me sell books, so I'll go
You
on.
should do it in the nude and just act like what? What's the problem? This is normal. You could put on a necktie if you wanted, and that's it.
Just a necktie.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think
I would love that.
I
Why
don't
not?
think Doug would go for that. But
Yeah.
I was very happy for my buddy Doug. Though his Earthworm Jim is at $733,000.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they killing the game out here on Indiegogo.
It's wonderful.
I have a little bit of work to do to catch up to his level. So I just yeah. I mean, well, we're at what $69,503, I think, or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's $509. I just checked. So we're doing the damn thing.
Whittling it away.
But whew. So Anna, how? Because a lot of shit's happened this weekend. Because it's like I saw Spider-Man: Far From Home.
What's that?
It's the second. Well, they had Spider-Man: Homecoming, and I watched Spider-Man: Far From Home. It was pretty good. I liked special effects, all that shit. It was alright.
Where was he since he was far from home? Was he
he
in
was in
Japan?
he was in Europe. He was in Europe.
Yeah,
They
rip.
went to Venice, and then they went to like Prague or some shit.
And then a bad guy appeared.
It was Mysterio, yeah, and I thought, yeah, it definitely had, yeah, it was straight. It was alright. Yeah, I can live with it, but then there was all kind of. This has been the last few days have been just like weird. Oh shit! Is that the dog you tried to give me?
Yes, it is. Free
It is?
dog. Free dog. Anyone. If you run a vivisection lab.
Oh man, don't do it, because I'm
No,
telling you,
I won't do it.
like fucking somebody will claim. It's like, hey, I want the dog.
Dude,
And
that
then,
fucking dog. That dog is the bane. I'm sorry.
mm,
My
speak,
neighbors breathe and she is just fucking losing it out there.
that is not.
It's horrible.
What's with you and all the critters though? I've got to. You.
There's a lot of emergencies in this area. So there's some low income housing, and people abandon the animals. I got I got something called leopard geckos
Oh shit.
because someone left them in a closet in an abandoned house. They hid them in the closet with no food and water. They were in there over a month. Now I got fucking leopard geckos. I don't know from.
Okay. So you got what? At least what? How many raccoons you got? You got at
At the
least
moment, there's 8
8 raccoons,
in the house. Yeah.
and
So
then you got
that's
how
going
many
to go
dogs and
down.
cats?
1 dog, 3 cats,
Mm.
4 cats. I'm incorrect because of that one that was in the Walmart parking lot. And these leopard geckos.
Oh my.
It's like,
Jesus. It's like
yeah, it's bad. It's a
like
menagerie.
it's like Noah's Ark in that motherfucker.
What are you going to do when they're homeless and they're standing in the street looking at you? Drive away?
I would,
You would not.
I would,
You would not do that.
I would give them like a little milk bone or something. I'm like, here, eat this, and just hop in my car and drive away.
Oh my God, you're horrible. I can't do that. I'm bad at that.
I was like,
So now I live in a fucking zoo.
are they in the bed with you while you're like sleeping in the nude and all that, or no?
I don't sleep in the nude.
That is
It's
not
in a
that
fucking
that
burqa.
that is not sexy.
No, it's not. And yeah, the babies sleep with me, and then sometimes Judah, and yeah, it's a whole thing.
So like, would I have to like bang you through like a sheet? Like,
You,
if we had to do the thing.
you'd you'd have to take the kids out to the store and
Oh
put them
man.
all in the shopping cart and buy them some treats and wander them around and get them tired and show them all the fish. And when they came home, you'd have to kind of overfeed them a little bit, and then they would go to sleep and then sneak very quietly into the bedroom and lock the door. And maybe you'll get about 25 minutes.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
don't think I'll last that long.
It's not good.
Yeah.
No?
Well, I mean, I'm good at the foreplay though.
And then Judah
Yeah.
will be at the door crying, and he makes a really loud sound that you cannot ignore.
Oh, it's just yeah. I'd have to. Yeah, that would not be good because
It's hard.
yeah. I need to. So I'd have to be a speed racer. I'd have to.
Right.
Yeah, my stroke game would have to be on another level. So
Well,
okay.
when I move, I'm going to get some land, and that will allow for the kids to be outside more and to have some privacy and
Oh,
autonomy.
oh, okay.
I need to get
Yeah.
some volunteers to come and help with these babies.
Mm, very much so. I agree.
Well, anytime that you're ready, you know.
Mm. Oh,
They only
oh,
bite a little,
they
you know,
only bite a little.
every
Mm.
day, every 20 minutes or so. Yeah, really
So
hard.
okay. So let me see. Let's see what all do I want to talk about because I
There's so
saw
much.
yeah. There's so much because I've been doing the online dating thing again. I was yeah, it was just fucking disaster. Um, it was like crapping out. It was just like, oh man, it was
There are
horrible.
a lot of men interested in you.
Yes, I was shocked by that. I kept sending over the weekend. I kept doing my thing. I was on like OK Cupid, and I was on Plenty of Fish, and what was it, Woo Plus, and a couple of. I'm on like 6 sites, you know, and yeah, I kept getting these transgender women popping up, but they were all high matches though. And I was like, they were
You
all
have a
like,
lot in common.
yeah,
You
so
both have
cocking
cocks,
balls,
right?
oh,
You like sports,
the bulls. No,
the
right?
balls.
Yeah. But it was
God, that one was so good by horses. Like that last one that you showed me, that long, strange, horsey shaped face.
oh
Like, fuck me, like a
yeah,
murderer.
no, yeah. Well, the interesting thing is, I'm thinking she could fuck you if they have
Oh
not
yeah,
fully transitioned.
yeah.
So I would like to think that is the wave of the future, apparently.
It would seem.
And I was it's because you said something interesting, and I when I started sending you the pictures because you were like there should be a thing where they like mark themselves as like transgender or something like that, and
Yeah, all you need is like a button that you can toggle where I am a man seeking, you know, woman, man, trans identified male.
oh
You
well,
know? Something like that. Something to filter that because all it's going to do is lead to awkward, uncomfortable situations. It's not going to go anywhere good.
oh yeah, it's definitely not. Yeah, I could. It just was not a good.
This is falls under the literal definition of trapping. So they got
Well,
to
I
stop.
mean,
They got to
to
stop it.
their credits, although the one did not, I had to do a lot of reading until I got to the hey, I'm a
I got a great big
trans woman.
cock.
Yeah, but a lot of them don't tell you. You
That's
know what I'm saying?
trapping. Yeah, and it's almost you're skating to the edge of rape by deception. Could you imagine if you accidentally, unbeknownst to you, engaged in a homosexual act that ended in
Mm.
orgasm? Like the
Ugh.
trauma that you'd have associated with that. I don't know. I think it's very fucking wrong. Very wrong. Very unfair. And they're
Okay,
doing it to lesbians too.
well, let me unpack that because that was something. I remember it was a couple of years ago. I was talking to it was a group of guys. We were all just sitting around just saying outrageous shit, and someone was like, "All right, guy comes up with a fucking briefcase and it's got $1 million in it, and he says you just got to slob him off for about 5 minutes,
Oh,
and
of
you get
course
to
you're gonna
keep the
do it.
million." And I was like, it's easy to say no, but there
Oh
ain't a
no, it isn't.
motherfucker standing here with $1 million in a briefcase.
Right.
And I was
And
like,
plus you have choice there. You're not like getting surprised or tricked.
yeah, exactly. And it's like, they was like, so you suck the dick for $1 million? I was like, there ain't
Yeah.
nobody standing here with $1 million right now. But I know I don't have $1 million,
Yep.
and I'm sitting there going,
You better fucking do that
oh
shit if he shows
boy,
up.
if he's got $1 million fucking dollars in a briefcase, but there's also a part of me that's like, once you've had a dick in your mouth, you've
You're a
had a dick in
person
your
who's
mouth
had a dick
forever.
in your mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've had a dick in your mouth forever at
It's
that
not
point.
good.
It's like,
Well, you can use like 200,000 of it to pay for therapy.
yeah, I just go. It'd be like Stern was going like 2 or 3 times a week at one point. He was just like, that's what I was like. It's weird, to hear him talk about it because he's just like, I don't know. It seems like when you like his new book, Howard Stern Comes
Comes
Again.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's just. I saw some fans and they were talking about it. And they weren't very happy with it because they feel like it's kind of watered down. And
He's trying to create his legacy now.
yeah, I don't know. Howard was the man. So
Oh, it was
I don't
so
know.
good. I was just listening to the show when you messaged me and I had to pause it.
Well, I listen on the they've got the YouTube channel where they put all the clips of. I have to listen to sound bites. I have like attention
ADD.
span. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like yeah,
Right.
but they take all the best clips though and they chop that shit
Hmm.
up and put it up, and I just dig that, man. It's like
It's still good, but it's never going to be what it was,
mm.
you know?
Well, when he first got to Sirius though. Those
It
shows were
was a fucking party.
incredible. Yeah, when he first got to and he was. I mean,
Madness.
he was still married to Allison. Everything was everything was going. And then, I mean, he's been through some interesting shit though.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't know there. Like he's talked about that brief period of time. It's like about a 2.5 year period there before he met Beth. What's her name?
Yeah.
Ostrowski or whatever her name. But well, I guess that's Stern now. I mean, but before he met her, he was he divorced after being married for almost 24 years or whatever,
Good Lord.
and 3 daughters.
Hmm.
And he talked about he started going out there and dating. And one of the things I thought was funny is, he wouldn't name names, but he says, I've dated one of the blacks. And, it was a bit. And it
Robin.
was so funny. Yeah. And I did not know that it was Robin Givens.
Oh, she's gorgeous too.
I did not know that the black chick he banged was Robin Givens.
Do you
And
think that was ballsy on his part, knowing the accusations she made against Tyson?
well, they both confirmed the Brad Pitt in the passenger side of the car. Where because Mike said that they were still fucking even though they were going through a divorce, and he had
Right.
went over there. He had talked to his lawyer, and he went over to her house to get some ass, and she pulled up with Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt was in the car. It pulled up, so it was that was interesting. But I always wonder about that.
Right.
And but then there's another story she was telling where she was saying that Mike claimed that he caught them in bed together, and Mike had a Broadway play and everything. And the episode, it was on HBO. Spike Lee directed it. He directed the film of it, and it was called Mike Tyson Undisputed Truth.
Oh,
And yeah, it's great. It's yeah, because he was doing it in Vegas and everything. He went around the country and did it's like a one-man show where he just kind of went through his life.
where is
And
that being hosted again?
it might still be up on HBO, but it's yeah, if you can find it, it's
HBO.
called Mike Tyson Undisputed Truth. It's great. And yeah, he was doing it in Vegas for a couple years. He had a contract at one of the hotels there, and he was just, just doing several shows a week, and he was making money because he owed the IRS like $4.5 million.
Oh my
It was
God.
like, yeah, I was like, they said during his career he made over 200 something $1 million, and somehow, I mean, man, that right there tells me it don't matter how much money you make. It does not matter how much money you make. If you don't have the right people with you, um,
Your
helping you,
asshole is going to get stretched the fuck out by the
yeah,
government.
yeah, big time. Well, I mean, just not making the right investments. How do you think, like someone like MC Hammer,
I
make
know.
like $70 million, and then all of a sudden he's having to sell his home at a loss and all this. He still got, they say MC Hammer still has like $3 or $4 million. He still
He's
has
got to
some
be
money.
still getting residuals.
Yeah,
So
he's still
there's,
getting some money, but he
yeah.
don't have $100 million. And it was just, but they said he was doing all kind of stuff. He was like breeding racehorses, and that's rich white people shit right there.
Yeah.
The breeding the
Well,
breeding
it's rich
racehorses.
Arabian shit even. So like that's even more heavy.
Because I'm just saying, all the top people I
That's
see,
where the
like when
real wealth
yeah,
is.
I was like, yeah, that's it's like you have some money. Those people are wealthy. They have
Yeah.
real wealth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the stud fees are like $150,000 and all this. And I was like, dude, your ass is from Oakland. You ain't from that. And I'm like, and they said he lost a lot of money trying to do that breeding. It's something his brother was doing like financial management for him and stuff. And it's like, yeah, let's get into these racehorses and shit. And they pissed away several $1 million on
Oh,
fucking racehorses.
how awful.
And paying
Oh, it
motherfuckers to
kills
go
me.
on the road. There was like this big old black dude. He just paid him to go on the road and stand there and look intimidating.
Well,
He had
MC
no
Hammer wanted to lift his neighborhood out of poverty, and he
yeah,
wanted to, he was a good man with
you can't take everybody with you though. And that's
no.
the thing. It's like I noticed when I started getting some of the money from the book, all of a sudden motherfuckers that had to hit me up in forever. So I
Now
was
they
like,
know you.
hey, yeah. I was like, wait a minute, I ain't heard from your motherfucking ass in like 5 years. And all of a sudden he's like, hey, so you got the book, man. What's going on? And I was like, oh shit. Uh,
It has begun.
yeah, it was weird. I was like, and old bitches I used to fuck with back in the day, and all of a sudden I'm getting DMs and shit. And I was like, I know I didn't all of a sudden get more attractive. So what is it? It's just that they heard about the money. And it
Yep.
was like when the money, because like that first payment I got, I mean, they sent me almost $41,000. Like
God
just
damn.
like that. Bam. It was like, I was like, and when you see that much money and you're not used to seeing that kind of money,
I cannot. Yeah.
I mean, I try to think the biggest check I ever got at one time, I think I got $4,800. And it wasn't an income tax. It was like just from side businesses and stuff. And I got a $4,800 payment. That's the most I ever got. It was that was 2 weeks worth of work, $4,800.
Wow.
So yeah. Oh, I did all right. But I was like, man, but you get that much money. Like I said, it was like $41,000. And I was like, oh my God. Oh shit. and I was like, I got this much money in the bank and I ain't got a cocaine habit. Because I
Oh
was like,
wow.
oh wow, it's just like crazy. And like I said, all of a sudden I started getting contacted by people that hadn't contacted me in forever.
Did you tell them to fuck off?
It was very interesting to me because I was like, people, I heard Deion Sanders say this. He's like, money. He's like he said the people change around you. He said, money. He said money will change your circumstances. He said the people change around you. He said you'll stay the same, but the people change around you. That energy, it's like people that you know 15, 20 years. All of a sudden, my brother contacted. It is like me and my brother have a weird relationship, and it was weird to me. My brother all of a sudden like sending me all these messages and calling me and all this stuff. I was like, damn. It just really, it really made me see things. I was like, man, because there was a period there where I was close to sleeping in my car.
I remember. It was
Yeah,
scary.
I was like, I'm gonna have to sleep in my motherfucking car, and all of a sudden I'm getting motherfuckers that I hadn't heard from in years. I was like, if I ain't heard from your ass in 3 or 4 years, and all of a sudden, hey man, heard about the book. Congratulations, bro, man.
Eh.
You really killing it out here, man. All this, and it was like I said, a couple of my ex hit me up, and I was like, me and her were together for 4 years, and I hadn't heard from her ass forever. Oh man, what you? And she started telling me she was pretty much putting it out there, and she's engaged to another man, and she was pretty much putting it, out there, that I could get that if I wanted it. And I was like, really?
She's for
Okay.
sale.
Yeah, and that was
A
so
lot of people are.
well, it's funny though. I didn't have shit when we were together. I didn't have shit, and she loved me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have shit, and she loved me. And all of a sudden, we broke up and lost contact. And it was it's strange to me because I'm not stopping. I got another book I'm working on. So it came in. We're on the last 8 pages of this first book, and then we're gonna go into the next book. You think I'm not gonna keep trying to make this money and keep trying to promote? So I'm like, but I had to let it be known. If you wasn't fucking with me before the money came in, don't send me any money. Don't send me any messages now, because I'm not cool with that, because it was
gross.
just real strange. And I was just like, no, that's just not what it is. I'm like, yeah, it was like, yeah, if you one of them, because it was like this, there was another chick, and she was like, she said, I don't want anything from you, I just like, and I was like, once you start telling me that shit, I was like, it was weird because I hadn't heard from her in like almost 3 years.
Now, what are you supposed to do if you want to contact someone that you haven't talked to in a long time?
The timing was just off for me.
Because
It was very
timing
suspicious.
is so bad.
Because a lot of these ex-girlfriends and stuff, we were still friends on Facebook and stuff. But you know how it is on Facebook. You post pictures of your kids and shit. Like, motherfuckers like them, wish you happy birthday. You never hear from them motherfuckers again. And that's what it is. It's like, hey, happy birthday. See you next year, bitch. And then you move on. And that's what it is. All of a sudden, I'm getting these DMs, and yeah, me and Robert are having problems. I just... Hey, you remember when we went out here? And it's like, man, sometimes I think about you, and I miss. Oh, you do?
Boy.
Oh
boy.
Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, and she was like, hey, and then my ex sent me her phone number, and she said, hey, will you call me? And I called her, and I talked to her for like an hour and a half, and she started telling me all this stuff about her relationship, and I knew right then. All I had to do was like, yo, won't you take the day off today and come holler at your boy, and we'll go out and get some dinner and all this, and I would have been in there, and that would have been.
Thank fucking goodness that this happened to you when you're an older gentleman and not a young man.
Oh, dude.
Could you fucking imagine if you had this at 25? How hard you would have fucked yourself?
Oh, man. Yeah, I would have done anything. I would have been doing. Oh, man. Because, it would have been. Yeah. There would have been a lot of stripper clubs and fucking hookers and all kind of dumb shit. And I'm like, no.
It hurts my soul thinking about how much money I spent.
I don't know. I can't help. I think about you naked all the time. So it's
you fucking maniac.
I do. No, true story. Now, I haven't told you this yet, but the picture you sent me of your boobs is your contact photo.
I'm gonna kill you.
The only person that sees my phone is me, and you have to have my fingerprint to access the phone. I have a fingerprint.
Oh my God.
But if you text me or anything, it's like immediately I get to look at your boobs, so it's awesome.
That's lovely. Thank you.
It's
so good. You know what? I'm gonna put your cock as your contact picture.
No, it's embarrassing. No,
it's the same thing.
Yeah, I know, but I was excited by your boobs, and you weren't excited by my cock.
Stop it!
It was like you felt sorry for me when you saw my penis.
I did not feel sorry for you.
You was just like, he was like, poor dear. It's like,
It's not true.
I'm gonna get some tweezers and jerk him off.
Oh, you're terrible. You're terrible.
No, but what was
Not
so
fair.
funny? What was that picture I sent you the other day? That guy had a smaller dick than me, and I was like,
I
I
never
didn't
saw
feel so
such a
bad.
thing.
Yeah, it shocked me because I was like,
And he didn't have a fupa. He didn't have any excuse. There
no,
was
he was
just
in great shape. He was a
yes.
skinny dude. He wasn't fat. He was
And he had
skinny.
a little
He
button mushroom.
he had the tiniest little cock,
And it
and I
didn't
was
even
like,
have a head because it was uncut. So it wasn't even a button mushroom. It was horrible. It was like a little worm.
oh my
Oh,
god,
it
it
was
was.
foul.
I was embarrassed. It was like I was like in Game of Thrones. It was like shame,
Shame. It's not
shame.
fair of us. We're being so shitty.
Yeah,
You
because
didn't get a choice.
I saw the picture and I was like, I
Oh,
don't feel so bad. God could have gave me his cock,
for real.
and
For real.
because I'm very happy with my girth. I
You're
was like,
blessed.
my girth is it makes me proud. My girth is, I was like, yeah, I'm very happy with it. But
You're not happy with your blessings, but you have some.
oh my god, when I saw that teeny tiny weenie,
Oh,
I said, oh my god, he's an adult man.
yeah.
And I was like, he's not even a child. That's a grown man. And he was,
Apparently, they have a procedure now in Thailand,
uh-oh.
because of course, where you
Everything's
can
in
get your
Thailand.
right, you can get your dick bigger. And I read up on the
You
procedure, and
can buy boys in Thailand. You can
that's true.
actually buy people to, yeah. I mean,
People.
no, what was it? There was a guy. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to think. Was he really cool with Elton John or something? It was one of these entertainment people,
That
and that was
sounds
his.
familiar.
I'm trying to remember. It was in the news. That was his spot. He used to go down. He'd take a vacation and go down to Thailand for like a month or two, and he was getting, that's what he was doing down there, getting those little young. Oh God, it's horrible even
You
talking
mean
about it.
Epstein?
I don't know. There's so many of them.
There's so
Hollywood.
fucking many.
There's so many of them in
It's
Hollywood.
almost like it was built on, like this vampiric notion of youth where they're
Well, when we were talking, I was talking to my buddy Elliot Fernandez, and me and him, and I was telling him about Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons fled the country. They're trying to serve him with papers because he had a couple of women that came out and said that, that he had did some stuff to them. There was like that he had
I read
raped.
the complaint because Russell's my dude.
Mm.
And I thought it's too little too late. Why are you doing this right now? I question their motives.
It's kind of like the Bill Cosby thing where it's like 15
At
years
least
later.
Bill had a fucking pattern of this nonsense that he was pulling. It was a little bit more believable, but with Russell, it seemed like that somebody was stretching to fuck with him.
But I'm saying though, he's got money. Why flee the country like that?
Because you're not going to fucking spend the next 10 years of your life litigating this shit, being humiliated by the press. Fuck that. I would do the same
Well, I mean,
goddamn thing.
now they're crucifying his ass. I will say that. But it's
Yeah.
so funny because I still follow him on Instagram, and he'll go live and he'll just be like doing yoga lessons. He's over in like fucking Bangladesh, India, or some shit. He's over there. He's got a nice place over there, and he's like, all right, everybody relax. And
He's the greatest.
Yeah, he's just doing this shit. It's just like everybody's like, hey, and I mean, he was very specific. He went to a country with no extradition.
Yeah.
And so I was like, that seemed very strategic.
You're just not going to do it, You made a decision. I'm not going to fucking play this dumb game with you. It's getting retarded here anyway. We need
Make sure he got his money before, because they freeze your assets and stuff. He made sure he got all his money, and he knew he's back. Yeah, it was smart. He was very smart. He was like, let me get all my money and transfer it to these accounts so they can't access my money, and I'm gonna hop on the red eye and get the fuck out of Dodge. And then he was like, boom. And so now, like I said, he still talks on Instagram all the time. But he's like, I'm not coming back to the US. You guys are trying to serve me with rape papers and shit.
Fuck that.
So I understand that if I was the guy that founded Def Jam. And he's like, what's the guy that's over in Europe? He did like Damn,
Oh, Roman.
Roman Polanski.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And his was really vile. What he did was disgusting.
Yeah, the transcripts on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that chick was
That's a
like
bad dude.
13. Yeah, that shit was like he was. Oh
And he
man.
fucked her ass after drugging her so that he wouldn't get her pregnant. He's a scumbag.
Yeah.
So,
Well, to be fair, she forgave him.
no, I don't
So
fucking forgive him. The DA isn't going to forgive him.
let me see. Ken Jack Ben says if you see a lot of this stuff start to happen, it's because Epstein got caught and he turned
Yes.
over on food. Oh,
I
now
hope he
that's
does.
something.
I hope he
No,
goes state's evidence.
because he used to kick it with the Clintons. He used to kick it with
Yeah.
Bill and stuff. That's what a lot of people was like. He's either gonna get bumped off or they're gonna
Right.
find a way for him to get out. So
Wait
he
for
can
that
get
convenient death where he
yeah.
gets shot in the back of the head a couple times in his suicide.
Well, Joe Rogan actually talked about that a couple months ago. He was talking about all the people that had mysterious deaths that were connected to the Clintons.
I saw a graph of it,
And
and it was shocking.
Yeah, it was shocking.
Now they do have a big span of like circle of awareness and a circle of people because they are so prominent and they've been in a lot of different states and countries. But no, this is nuts.
So let me
You can
see.
explain some of it away, but
So let me see.
not enough.
So okay, I got C Lacey in the chat. He says Antonio, it was Gary Glitter in Thailand. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
Oh,
because
him.
they said he was going over there. He had. That's what I'm saying. You can actually buy a person.
They found people's body parts in his house. He was given free reign to enter mortuaries to fuck dead bodies and steal parts of them. All kinds of gross shit. I mean, he was way the fuck out there.
Okay, this is not sexy party. Okay. Like,
He's a fucking monster, that guy.
Oh God, but yeah, it's like no, it's still people think this is a joke, but there are places in the world where you can still actually buy a human being.
Fuck yeah, slavery is alive and well, very well.
Oh God, that's strange to me.
It is. It's hard to get used to. Girls, kids, yeah, you can go buy one.
Oh God, man, it's 2019.
I know.
Oh man, that's crazy to me.
It is nutty.
But hey, James Bond's going to be a black woman now. So,
no, it's 007. It's not James Bond. Like it fucking matters. That's
they know what they were trying. But I mean, this
and
is
I don't mean
Hollywood
to be a
does.
dickhead, but she's not even pretty.
I saw some other photos of her.
More flattering.
Before she got into the Captain Marvel movie, because she was Monica Rambeau's mother in Captain Marvel. She was the Brie Larson's best friend in Captain Marvel, but she's been in some other stuff, and I just oh man, it was just
why can't we create new black stories? Like, why are we not accepting new black voices in Hollywood? Why are we rebooting everything and making it black? It seems pitiful.
Well, a couple months ago, I interviewed, a legend in the comic book industry, Steve Englehart. I had him on this channel, and I interviewed him, and that was something that was coming up in the chat. About just creating brand new characters and and giving them, fleshing them out, and giving them a good story. And he was like, "Yeah, but you already know Iceman is established." You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to have the same impact. So it's, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to get the same. So if you take an established character with 55 years of history like Iceman and say, okay, Bobby Drake is gay now. People know Iceman. They grew up in the 80s watching Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends and all this kind of stuff. They know the character of Iceman. He's one of the Jack Kirby, Stan Lee original X-Men. You're not going to get the same impact if you just make another superpowered character and say, oh, he's gay. That's one of the Jack Kirby, Stan Lee X-Men, one of the originals. So it had an impact. And then, now this is the beautiful part. There's Cena Grace, that was the writer on the Iceman comic. He came out and he was very upset because Marvel threw him under the bus. He felt like he was just there. Cena, honey, sweetie, they did use you. They used you. They
Yeah.
needed a gay man to write, because now they've got this thing where if it's the Black Panther, it has to be a black writer writing Black Panther.
Oh,
Um, if it's a gay character, it has to be a gay writer writing the gay character. If it's a female character, so you have to have a female writer
it's
writing this female.
absurd.
And some of the best shit I ever wrote, like Chris Claremont, when I was a kid reading X-Men, Chris Claremont wrote some of the best, strongest women. Jean Grey, Storm,
George
Psylocke,
Martin writes amazing women as well.
but now they've got all these fucking rules and shit. And one of my favorite comic book writers is Christopher Priest, and he came out and he said, I walked away from comics for years because he's a black writer, and that's all they wanted to give him all of a sudden. And this dude had wrote Batman and all these other stories where and all of a sudden they got real woke, and they were like, oh, we need someone to write Blade. Christopher Priest, write Blade. We need someone to write Black Panther. Now, his Black Panther, they used a lot of his Black Panther for the Black Panther movie. His Black Panther is one of the greatest runs on Black Panther. He killed that shit. But
That's good.
But one of he actually created, because he was like, a lot of people can't relate to T'Challa as he is, so he created Agent Everett K. Ross, a white guy, and he was like, I actually made him the star of the story, and told him reacting to T'Challa and the rest of the Wakandans, so if you're a new reader, you could see everything through his eyes, as opposed to, I'm T'Challa, I'm the king, and this is, and it was like where a lot of people can't relate to that. So it really made his run on Black Panther very interesting. And like I said, they used a lot of that shit for the Black Panther movie. So let me just, I just don't get this where we're in that weird place. They've taken Scarlett Johansson to the re-education camp. Because she had the nerve to speak out after, the trans community came after her when she got cast in a movie to play a trans man, I guess, or whatever. Either way, this person was transgender that she was portraying in the film. And the trans community came out and they were like, you're not trans. You can't do that. You're taking, and some of those same people came after her for taking the role in Ghost in the Shell, because they said that the character,
right.
And I have the Ghost in the Shell anime. A lot of anime does not have Asian characters in it. They always have they have people with like blue and purple hair, and it's all they're more Americanized, but obviously it has Asian themes in it. But she got raked over the coals, and I saw people on Twitter going in. I was like, you took a job away from an Asian actress.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And I was just like, oh,
where is this purity spiral leading? Where are we going? Like what is the end game on this? What is this going to look like when they get what they want?
But that's what I'm saying. Where does it stop? I don't know where because I don't know what the end game is.
I don't either. I don't know what we're gonna have at the end of this. It's not going to be beautiful. It's not going to be art.
I mentioned this specifically though because Scarlett Johansson is extremely liberal. She's not a conservative. She's a liberal Hollywood actress. Yeah. She says all the right things, gay rights, everybody's right, all that. She says she knows all the liberal talking points, and they still fed on her bones.
All this cannibalism,
and
they're alienating larger and larger sections to the bottom. Now, we're going to have a room with a dozen Black disabled trannies in wheelchairs, and they're going to be is that going to be the end?
I don't know.
And they're going to run the world? Is that the goal? Like, are they going to run Hollywood? Are they all going to be screenwriters? Can we count on them to be artists? All of them?
Well, I mean, they did the same thing. They've got the new Little Mermaid coming out, and they cast.
Maron.
I don't get that. I didn't. And people were like, Antonio, you're Black. Don't you want this? And I was like, no, I don't. I don't like tokenism. No. I don't like tokenism.
And that's what it feels like. And when they did it to the Gunslinger, they've done it to 007 now. They did it to the Mermaid. Can we stop it now?
It's just like, oh,
Just stop it. Stop taking
oh.
beloved characters. They're ruining the Witcher show. I
Oh
don't have
yeah, I saw
Netflix
they did
on,
that.
and that was
Yeah.
my favorite game that I've ever played. I've been gaming as long as I've been alive.
Oh, trust me, I know your game because I was like,
Witcher 3 was the one.
because trust me, I've been trying to get you to put that joystick down and grab my joystick.
Very good.
But yeah, I was like,
When I
even when I
saw that the
talk to you,
casting call was hiring for BAME, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is Polish.
well, they put out Marvel has a movie called The Eternals coming out, and it's based on the Jack Kirby. Jack Kirby created it. This was after he had come back from DC. You know, he went to DC, and then I guess he was over there for a few years. Created the New Gods, Dark Side, all that stuff. Didn't really work out. Came back. He felt he wanted to come back. Came back. Created the Eternals. Looked like he was just trying to maybe finish up some of the ideas he had over at DC and with the Eternals. And they've like, hey, we're gonna make this into a movie. And they put out a casting call where they're looking specifically for a either Asian or Hispanic actor who is also gay. They were very they want a minority,
But
because I think they're gonna have they already have figured out. I'm trying to remember, they had named one of the black actors that they were reading, and also another person was that guy from Silicon Valley, that annoying fucking Indian guy. I can't remember his name. He's gonna be in it.
oh
They
my
said
god, I know who you mean.
Angelina Jolie is supposed to be like one of the leads, but they specifically wanted a gay or Hispanic, a gay Hispanic or Asian actor because they want to make sure that they have a gay. They want to portray
That
a gay god.
representation. But
Yeah,
here's the thing, what is acting?
it's acting.
So if we want someone to act, why are we trying to put in a gay person to perform a gay role? Can't an actor act and perform that role?
Mm.
I don't get it.
Apparently not, unless you hit all the check marks, and that's why I agreed. That's why I was like, I wish Scarlett had just been like, look, I'm not backing down.
Yeah, fuck you.
But
You know?
but I understand she's getting that bag right now. She got, she made $40 million last year, and she's got that Black Widow movie coming up and some other opportunities. I understand she don't want to mess up her check. I definitely get it.
But it's disappointing because she's
yeah.
in a position to speak about it and say, come on, guys, this is retarded. Where other people can't afford to do that, where they would risk losing their livelihood.
But I mean, yeah. So Hans Christian Andersen wrote The Little Mermaid, and he was clearly thinking of Sharikra to be Ariel.
It's a horrible story, and Disney improved it because the original story is so traumatizing. It's awful.
Well, I thought they were, like I said, I figured they would do some multicultural fish under. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I thought they were gonna, I thought some
Caribbean
of the
lobster.
yeah. I thought, yeah. Well, I mean, but I'm saying, I thought for sure that some of the mer people would be of every race. I figured that they would have,
But now Triton himself has to be black.
They could. Did you ever see? You probably didn't watch that multicultural Cinderella that they did with Brandy and Whitney Houston.
I did not.
And they had
intentionally.
It was disturbing to me because they had Jason Alexander and Whoopi Goldberg were the king and queen, and the Filipino actor was the prince. And I said, okay, so a black woman and a Jewish white man get together and they make a Filipino kid. I was like, okay,
it's too much.
It was just too much. Let me see here. Ken Jack Ben, he said, well, they hired Idris Elba to play Heimdall, and they got away with it because everybody likes Idris Elba, but he himself never should have been have taken a role. And I've said that, and people got on to me because they were like, you don't like Idris Elba? I love Idris Elba.
I love Idris Elba, but there's places he doesn't belong.
Yeah, when you're doing a show, when you're doing a movie about Norse mythology, Norse gods, and then you cast a black man to play it.
What are
Okay,
you doing?
I just yeah, there
And
was
it made me sad because then Idris came out and said, "I'm sorry that people can't see past my skin color to let me be 007." Like,
yeah.
dude, you fucking know better. I can't believe you just said that. Come on.
Well, I mean, that's the thing though. When when the writer created James Bond, what's his name? God, I knew it is the person that created James Bond. I know some one of y'all in the chat knows.
Oh God, I can't
Um,
remember.
but when he was writing a lot of what he based it on was he was in naval intelligence for a time, and that was he kind of drew from that and created James Bond. James Bond was clearly not a black man, and I'm just he should just be a white dude, a British guy.
The same British guy, not a girl, not a Chinaman. Just this, just what are you doing? These are fan bases that have been around for decades, and you're fucking with them. Like, why? There must be some reason. It must be worth money to do this, or they wouldn't do it.
Well, they're like, okay. I honestly think Ian, yes, Sir Ian Fleming. That is from
There we are.
from Yendor in the chat. Ian Fleming, Sir Ian Fleming, and yes, and when he created James Bond was meant to be a white guy. So I definitely believe that should be respected. Also, let me see. Aaron Levere, I probably butchered your name. Says Antonio, they are going to cast Samuel L. Jackson as Triton, and
For fuck's sake!
yeah, that would be hilarious. And let me see. Hello. I don't understand. I wish there was a Google translator in here because I think that's probably Arabic or some. I'm assuming that's Arabic. It might not be. It's not English, but I would love to answer your question, my friend. But I unfortunately I cannot understand what you're saying. I'm sorry, but thank you for being here. And but no, Ian Fleming intended Bond to be a white guy. He should definitely be a white guy.
And that should be okay.
I don't have an issue with it. And a lot of times this happened was when the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie came out. Cuba Gooding Jr. did an interview. He wanted to read for the part of Matt Murdock, Daredevil. Matt Murdock is a redheaded Irish Catholic guy.
I saw someone complaining about redhead ginger erasure. Have you seen this?
Yeah, it was great. I was on a stream with Ethan Van Sciver, and he had pulled that article up, and they had so many, like Jimmy Olsen, redhead ginger,
Yeah,
black guy. It was just
huge list.
It was so many of them.
I mean, I hate gingers, so I don't mind.
Yeah, Irish West Allen from The Flash.
Damn.
And on the TV show, she's a black woman because representation and stuff. And yeah, I think there are, I want to see black actors get opportunities.
Definitely.
But I just, when there was going to be a Tim Burton Superman movie, and there's a documentary on it. It's called Superman Lives, or it's about because what's the guy, the Jay and Silent Bob guy? He had wrote the script with Tim Burton, and he does that comic book men and stuff. And man, I can't remember his. Y'all have to help me.
I'm bad with names right now.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
and I love him.
Yeah, Kevin.
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith. Yeah, Kevin Smith.
Oof.
Yeah, so Kevin Smith had wrote the script for Superman Lives. Tim Burton was the director. Nicolas Cage was cast as Superman. And I kept hearing about this movie. They were going to have Chris Rock play Jimmy Olsen. And I love Chris Rock, but that's not Jimmy Olsen. I know that's not popular to say that, but Chris Rock isn't Jimmy Olsen to me.
There's nothing wrong with you that you feel uneasy or unhappy that someone has fucked with the thing that you've been a fan of for a long time.
Yeah,
You know, it's
yeah,
not bigoted to have those feelings.
yeah, and like I said, in the Ben Affleck, the Ben Affleck Daredevil, they tried to be woke, and Michael Clark Duncan is the Kingpin. Yeah, and I was like, you telling me you can't find the Kingpin been a big fat white guy for 50 years? You can't find a white actor to play the Kingpin? No, we have to be woke. Let's
Quentin Tarantino was able to do representation so perfectly. He had strong women, he had black characters that were rich. Uh, there, it can be done. Fuck off.
it
Do the
can be
work.
done
Do the work.
in normal Hollywood. It can definitely be done
Absolutely. I've
in
seen it.
normal Hollywood, but not in this new woke Hollywood. It's just like, yeah, it can't, you can't, like I say, you have to check all the representation boxes,
Oh, stop
and
it.
I just, it's annoying. They try to do that shit with Game of Thrones,
Yep.
because they were like, there's not enough minorities on Game
Yeah.
of Thrones, and I just started. I was like, okay, so like when I look at movies like Lord of the Rings and stuff, I'm expecting, a lot of that fantasy art and stuff is
Yeah.
normally, you know, white elves or whatever. They're
Mhm.
all, everybody's the same
Yeah.
race. They're mythological creatures and everything. They're like, okay, we got to make some black elves and some Asian elves,
Ay,
and
marón.
Hispanic elves, and
And where did they
all
come
of
from? You know, it,
uh,
it y- uh, it's already fantastical. I'm trying to push my suspension of disbelief even further.
yeah, you got
And
magicians,
stop.
you got damn wizards and damn dragons and shit, and then all of a sudden it's like, we're up in the north where it's cold. We need more Negroes up there. It's not. It's too many. Well, that's the thing. I was like, the fact
Oh,
that they're actually having these type of conversations,
yeah.
and I'm like, this is they're getting way too far ahead with this bullshit, and I just I really think that I just I don't know. I just wish that they wouldn't try to. We need more. We need more minorities in here.
It
We
needs
need
to be
to.
organic. It needs to be natural.
Yes,
Beasts of
absolutely.
the Southern Wilds was a black film, and it was
Yes.
a
Oh, I
film about
loved it.
poverty. It spoke to me because that childhood is so similar, to when you grow up completely unsupervised and everyone is insane around you. And it transcended race, and became it was just art. It was a beautiful piece of art. And they were crying about that. There was a hue and cry that they were romanticizing poverty. No, fuckface, they're humanizing poverty.
Oh God.
And I was just, my head is going to explode. You're never going to be able to satisfy this element of people. They're going to continue to be disappointed no matter what the fuck you do. Can we just stop apologizing and pandering? If you ignore them, they'll go away.
I don't think they will though.
They're going to have
Honestly,
to. There aren't
it's
enough of them.
oh
They are
God.
outnumbered. It's 10 trannies in a room.
Oh,
That's enough now.
well, let me see. Okay, so Matthew Fowler in the chat says we need more Mexican dragons. I would agree with that. I definitely let me see. Let's see. Free Albamuth. I'm sure I butchered that. To be fair, the books have way more places than the show, and thus more types of people. There are at least 3 continents and lots of tropical islands and such. And I agree with that. That's
That's
why when
great.
they did Masandi and having Masandi, like when they got to the free cities, you started seeing a lot more ethnic looking people.
And that made sense.
Yes, I agreed with that.
Hmm.
But then they go, okay, well, this season we're not going to be over there this much. We have to move to the story of it. Oh, so you're not going to have all those minority actors anymore? What is this? And I'm like, God, man, get out of this. And I don't know, maybe that's why the 2 producers was like, let me get the fuck out of here, man. This is just can't be able to.
Honestly.
Yeah, it got to the point where I'm, because they were, HBO backed the Brinks truck up to them.
Yes.
They wanted like 3 or 4 more seasons and stuff. They wanted more Game of Thrones,
Yep.
and they were like, no,
And instead they rushed through the final season and
yeah,
destroyed it.
yeah. They just they literally we watched a sexual assault
It was
over.
awful.
it
I
was
was furious.
it was so. I was like, I mean, obviously we talk. How much I love Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
and I was like, oof.
Oh,
What was that? And I was just like, yeah, okay. And the season 7 too, it was just too much. And I was just
even
like,
season 7 was where it really started to degrade.
yeah, I thought they should have just built a hyperdrive into the fucking dragons, because all of a sudden they had like, what's
Why
the
not?
guy, Gendry? They had Gendry go, they go, they go beyond the wall and they're trying to grab a White Walker and bring him back. And then they're like, run as fast as you can, Gendry. And he runs back. And all of a sudden the fucking dragon shows up at the last minute and saves everybody. I was like,
That's
really?
not ridiculous at all.
I was like, okay.
They're
Yeah.
disrespecting us as fans. All of these different franchises are disrespecting us.
Well, I am curious because they started shooting the Game of Thrones prequel 2 months ago. They started 2 months ago, and people are already trying to get the leaks and the spoilers out there. They're already but I saw the casting sheet, and there is one black actor and I think a black actress that are going to be on. So they made sure that all
Of
right, we
course.
need at least one. All right, boom. So that's the thing, because I would, I want it to be like on Friends, like when you show up on the black, you the black guy on Friends and you're the only black person in existence. I want it to be like that. I want him to be, whoever this black guy is, I saw him. I would want him to be the only black person in the entire. I'm the only black person in Westeros. I am the
South
entire.
Park understood.
Yeah, I was like, so okay, and then Amazon is still developing the Lord of the Ring. I think that's not coming out till like 2021, but they spent $250 million. They gave the Tolkien family $250 million for the television rights to this. They
Holy
outbid
fuck.
they outbid Netflix to get the Lord of the Rings television rights. And
They're making an MMO right now too to replace the old one.
Oh, really?
I'm so excited.
Oh, that means I'll never get you on the phone.
Never see me again.
That's why I was like,
I'm in
God,
Fallout right now,
that's
and
so
we're doing
annoying
okay.
when I be wanting to talk to you and you be like, I'm playing Fallout. And I'm like, well,
I'm
fuck
in
off.
Fallout and we're talking.
Yeah, I know.
I'm level 222. I'm amazing.
I just don't, you are amazing. With tits to die for.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Yeah, your tits are amazing. And I would beg you to show them to everybody, but the person that hijacked my stream a couple weeks ago and put all did I not tell you about that person? Someone hijacked my stream and
You did not tell me.
And they put I was streaming with my buddy Jamal Baraka from Garbage Tier Media, and me and him would just talk about comics, and all of a sudden there was someone hijacked my screen because I messed up when I did the screen share, and I showed the Hangout link, so they were able to like rewind it and go back in and get the link.
My goodness.
And so yeah, they came in and they were able to take the stream over, and then they had as their avatar a nude woman. I'm talking about she was spread out. She had that thing, that monkey was showing. And YouTube immediately gave me a strike. It wasn't even, it was like within 30 minutes.
Are you able to appeal that?
I did, and I lost. And then I talked to and I was like, you can watch the video and you can see that I clearly got hijacked.
Yeah.
And they were like, sorry. I've got this on my my record for 90 days. So I've got about 2 more months to go and they'll take it off. But at least I'm not, I'm still able to get like super chats. I'm still able to.
But if the person is angry at you and has a vendetta, all they have to do is do it again.
Well, now I realize what I did. That's why I was like, I'm more careful about doing the screen share now. If I do screen share, then yeah. But yeah, that's oh God. it would just be it would not be a good look. But I was like, yeah, that guy fucked me so bad. And I was like, yeah, I was like, I'm sure it was a funny joke because people were like, does he even know that this thing? Because it was all of a sudden it was like porn on the screen, and I was like, oh
Oh,
fuck.
it is funny, but you can't be fucking with somebody's YouTube account.
Yeah, it took me a while to build up this audience.
Yeah, come on.
And I was like, yo, I just I definitely, don't want to not be able to, stream and do interviews and do all that kind of stuff. It sucks, man. I just yeah, that really, really, but I was like, okay, like I said, I got about another 60 days and they'll take it off. So
Okay.
so it just sucked because I never get in any trouble and stuff and everything. So it kind of pissed me off. Let me see. Ken Jack Ben in the chat says the only black guy in Westeros will have to be a brightly colored will have brightly colored clothing that looks like a crayon box.
Of course.
Yeah, it's for the rainbow. Yeah, and threw up, and he'll wear a stupid hat like Whoopi Goldberg on Star Trek. Oh man, like what was her character, Guinan? Yeah, yeah. I actually liked Guinan on Star Trek. Yeah, I thought Guinan. It was until they started actually trying to explain her relationship with Jean-Luc Picard. I was like, when they started trying to explain it, then it became less mysterious. I was like, I wonder how they know each other. And then they started trying to explain the shit. And I was like, once you explain it, it gets all fucked up. That's you're supposed to keep that mystery and everything, keep everybody guessing as to how they have a connection. And once you start, because some people are like, are they lovers? Are they, this and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, Jean-Luc went back in time, and Whoopi Goldberg was hanging out with Mark Twain. They went back in time like 270 years or whatever, and met Guinan as an old man. He met Guinan as himself, and let her know that in like 200 and some odd years, she's gonna meet the 18-year-old him, and then they're gonna be these seriously deep bonded buddies or whatever.
Ay, marón.
And so she was like, all right, in 200 years, I'm gonna come meet your ass. Cool. So, it was that kind of, I was sitting, it started, once they started doing that, although that was, to be fair, that was a good episode, but it just, like I said, once they started explaining it, it took some of the luster from the story. And
Becomes a bit much.
yeah, and I don't know if you saw the trailer to the new Star Trek Picard show.
No.
Patrick Stewart, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I saw that trailer, and his old ass looked like I needed to go get him a blanket and a glass of warm milk.
Right.
And they got him like, I'm assuming this motherfucker's gonna go into space, but he's like he's running he's a farmer, he's a wine merchant or whatever. If you watch Star Trek: The Next Generation, his family had they made wine in France and everything. So, and his older brother, had the farm, and then he was like, I'm an explorer, I must go into the stars and see everything. So he goes, and that's what and then he comes home every now and again, and this kind of thing. But now it looks like his ass is actually a farmer, because this Star Trek Picard takes place in an alternate timeline. It's not the Jean-Luc Picard from the Star Trek: The Next Generation. Yeah, it's from the J.J. Abrams Star Trek storyline, when Spock came back in time and the timeline split. So it's the J.J. Abrams storyline. It's that timeline. So everything's different. So this Jean-Luc is not the same Jean-Luc.
JJ shouldn't still be allowed to work. JJ should be put on the street with a grocery cart.
I am hearing that Star Wars 9 is woke as fuck.
Oh God.
And
because of course.
I am hearing the new Star Wars movie is woke as fuck. And oh man, that's just so. Do you understand how much I love Star Wars? And I thought The Force Awakens was okay. It wasn't great. The Last Jedi, it was like my uncle molested me when I was a little boy.
Right. It's
And
bastardizing
yeah,
something that is beloved.
yeah. It's like I need therapy to talk about it. I need to work through what happened. I'm like Gary Coleman in that episode of Different Strokes where he almost got molested. I don't know. I don't know if you ever. That's like you can. Matter of fact, anybody that hasn't seen that, they got the episode up on YouTube. That's one thing I like about old TV shows on YouTube. They be like uploading everything, like fucking Sanford and Son and Maude and shit like that.
Ah.
And then it's like, oh god, let's see. Jackson Steele, did you hear about James Bond? Oh, trust me, just came in late. That was something we were talking about at the beginning because that's what started this conversation.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
repulsive.
yeah. Black James Bond, Black Little Mermaid.
Did it bother you at all that the final boss in John Wick is a disabled female lesbian?
Eh,
Because it bothered the fuck out of me.
well, I mean,
That's not the final boss for the Baba Yaga. That's fucking retarded. Okay? It's retarded. I don't know what else. There's no other word for it.
well, there's John Wick 4 coming now, so
Yeah? New final boss?
whew, God, man, I love those John Wick movies.
I have too, but I was really, really disappointed that the final boss is a female who's having fist fights with men. That's not reality. That doesn't
What if
happen.
no? Okay, hold up. Let's unpack that. What if she has fisting fights with men?
That would be acceptable.
Yeah, she's fisting.
I'll take that. That would be fine.
Oh, it's like,
That wouldn't cause me to suspend disbelief and feel disgust.
let's see. Piece of Power Slave said that was John Wick 2, and that was Ruby Rose. Yeah, that was
Right, there's her name. Yeah.
Ruby Rose.
Final boss is a chick. A
Yeah.
little diminutive deaf chick. You stop it right now. This is silly.
And then I thought she was I thought she was bleeding out, and then they were like, oh, she's coming back.
No,
And
she's
like,
totally fine.
I was like, everybody's back.
Ugh.
And let's see. Piece of Power Slave also says the last fight in John Wick 3 kicked ass and was with a totally different character.
What was the final boss?
I was like, I haven't seen John Wick 3
I haven't
yet.
seen it either.
Yeah, but I'm planning. That is definitely
We should watch it together. We should watch it online.
Oh, it can be done. I've been wanting to do Ethan did a stream where everybody, it was him and geeks and gamers and world class bullshitters, and they all watched what was The Last Jedi, and they just streamed it. I think they watched. Yeah, they streamed. They did The Force Awakens. They did The Last Jedi, and then Ethan did the Star Wars Christmas special. And
Jesus.
And so, basically you just let everybody know what time, and you obviously can't show it on the thing, but you can like watch it off camera and just kind of react to it as things go. Of course I'll be naked.
Of course.
Yes, it's always going to be naked. Let me see. A man in lunacy says Ronda Rousey could kick a lot of dudes' asses. I'm not so sure she could, man.
If they're the same size as her and she gets the drop on them, yes. Could she take a punch to the face from my 5-year-old, buddy who drinks beer on Sundays? No.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because once she got that ass kicked the first time,
she would have to get behind you and sleeper hold you and put you down.
Yeah, because I'm like,
get that arm. She does that arm bar.
Yeah, them girls sniffed blood on her ass after she lost that first time.
Yep.
That mystique factor. It's just like motherfuckers stop being afraid of Mike Tyson. Yeah, exactly. They stopped being afraid,
which is insane.
It's like I was like, oh my god, it's crazy. Let me see. Ken J. Ben says, Antonio, have you seen the video Stuntman critique bad stunts? No, I need to check that. That would be something interesting. I would like to see that. I always am up for a laugh, as they say. But yeah, Rhonda, I mean, hell, Rhonda's talking about getting pregnant now. She's wanting her husband to fuck her and get her pregnant, which I want him to fuck her and get her pregnant too. Um, I just, I don't know. She's always been, I always liked that she just embraced her sexuality and everything. I always liked Ronda Rousey, man. She's
Yeah,
a hot chick.
yeah.
I was
Did you
just
see her
like,
nudes?
I thought she did something in, what was it? Didn't she do Maxim before they canceled it or something? I was like, I know she did some topless stuff, but she was covered up, but I don't think she fully posed
I
nude.
saw her pussy,
Oh, wow.
and
What
I
was it?
saw her.
Was this
Um,
tabloid shit then? Because, yeah, she didn't do a full, you know,
I don't
what,
know where I saw it, somewhere on the bowels of the internet, but I saw her little Olympics tattoo, and she was just standing. She wasn't like it wasn't
okay.
like a gape or anything
So,
horrifying,
yeah, now I have to,
but she
now I
was
have to,
fully shaved.
oh, nice.
Yeah, and her body is just it's
Fantastic.
hard. She's carved out of wood. You know,
Oh, man, that's fantastic.
I don't really
Uh,
like girls carved out of wood. I like girls to
hmm.
be soft. You
Let's
know.
see. Ken Jack Ben says Sports Illustrated. Now, yeah, the Sports Illustrated leak photo. Okay, so I'll definitely have to do some
Yeah,
uh
little research.
research. Yes, because far be it from me to cheat my audience here.
Absolutely.
Love all you guys that tune in for Sexy Party and support this channel, and it is my duty
Yeah.
to find these photos and critique them.
Mhm.
I was like, but I have a small crush on Ronda Rousey, but yeah, she's talking about making babies now. She's like, yeah, she's wanting to shit out a couple puppies now.
Oh,
So I mean, it's the
God,
truth. Well, I mean, that's what it is.
fucking you.
When she's talking about I, if there was a way to knock someone up over the phone, you would have gotten pregnant years ago.
Yeah, and I would have shot back that puppy right out of there.
And I was like, oh man, yeah. It's just, I don't know. I've thought about, having you so many times over the decade. It's like I can't help it, and it's
Oh
like,
my God,
it's just, oh,
you're a goof.
it's just, it's not good. I should not lust after you like I do, and the worst thing was getting to see your boobs. I
You know
they were
what? I didn't want to send them.
they were so glorious.
Oh,
I was hoping you would have saggy tits, and you didn't.
it was a
And
really good angle,
oh god,
so they're
they were.
not.
Also, they're like floppy and all saggy and everything because
I think they're pretty shitty.
them motherfuckers was standing at attention when I saw them and shit. They were like, I was like, them motherfuckers like Anna boobs, like 10 hut.
I
I
had
was
to
like,
take
yeah.
a lot of pictures to get the right one.
Oh, okay.
So,
It was like I could just imagine. Maybe you were doing jumping jacks with like one of those stop photo lenses and stuff.
oh my God.
It was like takes like 30 shots in a second, and you just got the right one when it was just like in the right angle because they were fantastic. The areola and everything. They
Oh,
were
for heaven's sake.
they were they were better than. Oh, and okay, hold up. JP's mode grunt fuss. I can't even say that. Looks like she has a large clitoris and ever. Okay.
No, it
Speaking of which,
doesn't.
okay, hold up. I sent you something, because my entire Twitter feed is filled with all kinds of porn.
Yeah, I've been checking through it.
And yeah, because I'm a deviant. I embrace my sexual deviancy. I embrace it. Um, and let me see. Voice of Fire said, "Dude, who the fuck are you talking to? She sounds cool." So this is the love of my life,
Hi.
my co-host Anna, and she is my partner in crime, and I worship her. But I send her, now that she knows I'm a pervert, I send her
Right.
all the horrible porn that I see on my timeline, and there was a shot that I saw of this woman, and she had like I thought it reminded me of a Nat Geo thing, like when they do the baboons and
Was
the
this the
baboon.
blacked that you're referring to?
Yeah, whatever the fuck that was, the woman's vagina was extremely swollen.
The pump, that was different.
What
That's
the
not the
fuck
one.
was that? I don't know what
It's a
that
pussy
was.
pump.
It
How
it
do you not
was
know about that? What's wrong with me that I know about that?
that did not look normal to me, and that wasn't sexy.
That is super gross, but it's very common, and they use it on all of the parts. Like
Oh,
they will use it and make the clitoris look like a tiny little cock. Like it's the grossest. Everything is super oily, and the pump makes the labia on the outside just enormous,
Oh,
enormous,
oh.
like a horse, like a mare.
Yeah, it was not sexy.
No, it's
It
very
it,
shocking.
it was not. It was not sexy. It was like normal. I was like, because some of the people, a lot of the Twitter accounts that I follow, sometimes they do tweets for promotion. Like if you have an adult website or whatever, you want them to tweet it out, and they have like 120, 130, 200,000 followers and stuff, and so they're tweeting out everything. And some of them I had to unfollow because they started tweeting out gay stuff. Like I was going down my timeline, all of a sudden I see two dudes banging each other. What the fuck? And I was
So
like, oh.
you've
And
never used any of the weird inflation stuff or pumps or any of those items in your
no,
adventures?
no, because as you know, I'm small, so I never really
Well,
got
that would be
around to pumping it up.
if I was smaller, I would try it. Like
Oh
that's what
god.
I would just to see because I have to know because you know.
Let me see. Kid Jack Ben says, I have no visual image to go along with Antonio's amorous behavior. Where may I see a photo of the female deserving of said admiration? Well, uh, well, obviously, I'm not showing you Anna's.
I appreciate if you don't hand that out. My head's not on it, so I guess I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
You know what? I don't give a fuck because it's not identifiable.
no, but it's just for me. It was done for me.
Fine.
I don't
It
share pussy.
it was technically done for the show.
It was done for the show, but it was just for me. It was private. Like,
All
yeah,
right.
it was private. I
All
don't want to.
right.
Yeah, I don't want you sending photos to anyone else.
No, I was saying you could. I
Oh no,
destroyed
no,
it. I'm not a
no.
fucking maniac. I don't keep it laying around.
She's a maniac, maniac. Oh God. But I just, I don't know. That was a great show. I got a lot of good feedback on that show.
It was good.
I and that's the thing, the audience keeps growing for these, as we do them, and I think people will respond because people. Uh, let's see, Voice of Fire says, "Show the class, Antonio." I was like,
You
"No,
should. You
it was.
should.
I don't want to show people your boobs.
All right.
I don't want to do that.
That's the
No,
best picture of my boobs I've ever taken. It's
it
never going to get better.
was glorious. It was glorious. It was glorious, but I was extremely pleased by your glorious rack, and it
Oh
is,
my goodness.
and I was just I was but yeah, the pussy pump thing, I was not thrilled with that.
Is this the first time that you've come across that?
I've seen the cock pumps things, I've seen that, but no, I'd never seen that because it didn't look normal.
It's
All of a
not.
sudden, I saw that. I was like, "Oh my god, what is that?" And she had her shit was all swollen up. And I'm telling you, it reminded me of those nature films where they've got
The
the
baboon.
baboons had a swollen,
It was.
they got the. That's why I was like, I thought it was like that. I was like, oh, it's like the swollen baboon ass or some shit. And I didn't know what it was, and that's why I had to send it to you. Because I'm like, what is this? I thought, does she have some kind of weird disease? Does she need labia surgery?
No.
I didn't know.
She did that voluntarily for fun. I would never be brave enough because I would be afraid it wouldn't go back to normal.
Oh God,
Like, I
if
don't know.
and as much as I love you, if you had something like that, I was like, hey, we got to get that taken care of. I can't.
We're going to the doctor's office.
Yeah, it's
I
like that's a
think they
trip.
put like ice on it and it should go back down, but
Oh,
eventually, and I saw another one. Prolapsing is a big thing in
mm,
porn, if you're familiar with prolapse. And the
oh no.
girls will open themselves up and reveal their cervixes. And I'm like, who in the fuck wants to see a fucking cervix? What are you doing? There's
Ugh.
nothing fun or sexy or it's just so weird and strange. Oh my God. I don't know. I've seen too much pornography, probably a lot more than you have.
Okay, hold on. Are you there?
There you are. Oh my goodness.
God, I don't know what that was. Okay, hold up.
I hated it.
Okay, 'cause it's still okay. Okay, hold up. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Okay, hold up. It looks. Do we still got? No, I have not gotten hacked. I don't know what that was.
Oh my god. Not
Well,
again.
ain't shit. I was like, but hey, the audience is still here. It tripped me out. I'll have to edit that out when I upload it to SoundCloud. And I was like, man, that was weird.
All I
I was
could
like,
think was, here comes that next strike.
oh boy. I was like,
Fucker.
there's gonna be some weird music and some porn showing up and stuff. And I was just like, oh, I didn't know. I was like, what happened? I was talking to you, and then all of a sudden it was just it was like the whole stream died and everything. I was like, what the fuck? No. Oh. I was like, but
I was trying to talk to you about pornography when you ran off.
no, well, okay, so
You're probably frightened.
no. I wanted it because I was like, it was getting good, and I was like, let's go. Okay, so I was like, oh man, I was like, don't take my stream, no. But okay, so back to the porn. Okay,
Back to the porn.
So tell me.
I think I've probably seen a lot more than you.
Oh no, wait a minute, Edwin. This is my buddy Edwin Boyette. Edwin, you don't want to be here, man. We talking. Yeah, no, Edwin. I know Edwin doesn't do sexy party. That's why I was like, Edwin doesn't do sexy party. But I love you, Edwin. But yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh man, it's so funny because I was like, yeah, because people were like, do you post this on your face? And I was like, I never post sexy party on my Facebook page. It's like I'm leaving a
You're ashamed.
I'm leading a double life. Just like I post sexy party on the on the other page, but I leave the other stuff out and stuff. Yeah, I don't do that. But Edwin Boyette, we love you, brother. Thank you. But oh my God. But we were talking about swollen genitalia, penis pumps, all that kind of stuff, and you were about to tell me some very good information.
Well, you recall the Fist Fest, right?
Yes.
And that was where they would use the prolapse to masturbate themselves. They would take the guy's got his literal lower intestine and colon and stuff is hanging out in 8, 9, 10 inches of tissue, and they would grab handfuls of it and masturbate with it.
Oh, and wow.
The girls are trying to do something kind of similar with their pussies, but it's not good. You'd have to see some of the video to kind of understand where this is going with the pussy pumping. But I don't think you'd be into it.
Well, let's see. JP's mode. I can't say your name, but it said the chat is still waiting for the pic. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I got hacked because I did not show the pic. But
You might deserve it.
I can't show the pic. You obviously can't show it on YouTube.
That's true.
I can't show the pic because it was a pic taken just for me. It was private, but now she's like, show it to everybody.
Who gives a shit? It doesn't have a head on it. No, but anyway, I don't know how you would show it.
No, you'd get a strike for that on the tube. Tube is yeah.
What if you put it up for 1 second and took it away?
No, I don't even want to risk it. Like I said, I'm already
save the clip and.
Yeah, I've still got 60 days. Like I said, I still got 60 days because of the jackass hijacking my channel.
Do you know that YouTube used to be so beautiful and unmonitored? It was such a wild west that I was able to watch Richard Christie get his asshole waxed on Howard Stern.
Yes, I remember that.
With no censorship. It was just sitting up. It was lovely.
I watched that on. I had the Howard Stern on demand. And I subscribed to the service. It was like $13 a month.
Yeah.
And they had so much content on that. So, but now it looks like some of that's going on Sirius or whatever. And I was just like, I watched Richard. They've done like Benji. They've done some really gay shit on Howard Stern.
Super gay. Do you remember when Benji got fingered by Perez Hilton?
Yeah, but they just did something
because he failed the diet.
No, but there was what was like 2 weeks ago. They did a thing with where Benji like jerked off.
Yes.
I was like, oh,
And it
I
was
was
just
like,
going on too long.
yeah, it's just yeah
It
they.
left funny and started to become awkward and mortifying, but that's how it always is with Benji.
But like, and I thought, and I know Benji had like a wife or a girlfriend before, and I hadn't watched it in a while. It sounds like he's like single now or something.
Yeah, she left and she is waitressing out in Hollywood.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah, I heard him talking, and he's all single and shit now, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah, it just sounds like he's gone downhill, and he's willing to, humiliate himself. Because I was like, I'm not.
Well, they kicked him out of the room
Mm,
for chronically being late and disrupting the goddamn show. So
yeah.
he's forced to work out with the plebes.
Oh God, it's not good, man. I was like, Benji, you got, because it's weird. JD's got a wife and she's actually cute,
Yeah,
and I was like, JD's married
that
and
mushmouth
Benji's sick.
fuckhead.
Did you see the episode where Beth took him out and got him
Yes.
a makeover and stuff? Like
Yeah.
tweaked his
And he's still
eyebrows.
his weird mushmouth self right afterwards.
Yeah, I was just like, oh,
It did nothing for him.
it's like, yeah. It's like,
Poor, poor kid.
let's see. JP's mode says to put it on Twitter. He
There you
said, put it
go.
on Twitter.
You can.
And
Well, it's up
but,
to you. It's yours. I don't own another copy. You're the only one with a copy. Do
no,
whatever you want. I don't care.
I have, but I can't. I don't.
Then treasure it and keep
No,
it as your
it's
creepy
private.
secret.
Yeah, it's private. But
Okay.
I love the boobs.
You're
And it's
very
like,
odd.
it's like, yeah, I know I am odd. But I agree. But it was just like, yeah, it is. But let me see. Hold up. There was one more thing I know I wanted to ask you, because I was like, damn, what was it I was going to ask you? Remind me before the stream got all hijacked and shit. And I was like, because I was like, there was some
Oh.
porn. Let's see. There was some squirting stuff that I saw.
Oh, was that with the girl? She was hanging out the back seat of the car, out the back window.
Yeah, it was some. Yeah, and yeah.
You know that's pee, right?
Now hold up. I watched the documentary.
Oh God, here we go.
And they took urine, and then they took the female ejaculate, and they were different substances.
Dude, it's pee.
I thought it was pee too, and I've been with a few squirters.
I need to see the evidence of this because I don't buy it.
I need to. I'm trying to remember. There was a woman I was following. She had a Showtime show, and she had the woman pee in a cup, and she had her squirt ejaculate into the cup, and actually the substance was a little clearer and everything. I was like, it just seemed like pee to me. And the episode of Sexy Party entitled Cream Pie that you can find on like iHeartRadio and Spotify and iTunes and all that shit, that was very detailed about a particular squirter that I was with. And it's like, let me see. JP's Mo said his wife squirts, and it most definitely isn't pee.
It's pee.
I was like, what? Oh man! Like I said, my little incident with the one young lady that was squirting, because she told me she squirted, and I had to get towels.
Ew.
I had to get the towels.
What the fuck?
No, I had to, because I had to get the towels, and it was she told me, she was like, hey, I squirt, you better go get messy. And I thought she was joking.
Right.
I thought she was joking. She was like, and I went and I got one towel, and she said, you better go get another one.
Oh my fucking God.
No, she told me straight up, because I fucked her right there on my couch. We was in the living room, and we were just gonna have like a little lunch date. She's supposed to just come over for lunch and stuff. And she came over, and it was kind of cool, it's like whipped up a little something, and we was just sitting there chilling and watching TV and stuff. And she was like, where's your bathroom? And so she went in the bathroom, and she was like, hey, could you come here for a second? And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, what's going on? I thought she was looking for something in the restroom. And she opened the door, and she was just standing there with her shirt. And, she had took everything off, and she was letting me know she got to go pick her kids up in like an hour and a half or some shit. So so I knew what it was then. I was like, oh shit, she has some big ass motherfucking titties too. And yeah, but like I got the towel, and I got the towel. Then she told me to get another one because she told me, she's like, I did tell you I squirt,
What
and I
on
did not
earth?
realize. So I
What
went back.
is triggering that for her? Like, why is that happening?
I don't know, but that shit was like a water pistol. She was not joking. I
What on
mean,
earth?
it was like, it was like Han Solo shooting that damn pistol or some shit. It was
This wasn't on your face, was it?
because I was going down on her. Yeah, I was going down on her, and then she was like, "It's coming," and she told me she did warn me. She warned me, so I moved, and then she grabbed. She had a technique or something. She took her like two fingers, and she just wiggled it around for a second, and all of a sudden, it was like that shit was coming, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Did you
And
get
she's
a
like,
lot in your mouth?
"Well, see." Yeah, see, that's the thing. So then I go back down there. She's like, "Oh, get it. Oh, here's another one." And then she did it again, and the
Oh my
motherfuckers. And I
God.
was like, "Oh my God!"
Was it salty?
It wasn't pleasant. I did not enjoy it.
Oh,
I was humiliated,
it's pee.
and it was just it was not good. Um,
God damn.
it was yeah, it was not good. So um, so then I fucked her, because like I said, I was just getting her warmed up because I knew I wasn't really packing nothing. So I was like, okay, boom, so I fucked her, and I bust one right in her, and then she was like, unfortunately, I did go a little quicker. I was hoping that just Matthew Fowler says you got peed on, dude,
You did.
and
That's okay.
well, yeah, so I went back down. No, but see, I was fucking her, and like I said, I did kind of come quick. I didn't last as long as I wanted. And she was like, "Well, you gotta get me off," and I was like, "Oh no, I done already came." And I mean, I got the stuff in there. And she was like, "Put your face back down there." Oh,
You
and it was
ate it?
horrible. Oh my God! And then so she like shoving my face back down there to her tooth,
Sir.
and I was like, once I done that, I don't want to. So now I'm like, I've got splooge down there, and
And
I'm
you
like,
cleaned
look
it
at.
up.
Oh God, no, and I'm like
Oh,
moving. I was like, okay, let me kind of move around and stuff,
oh my
and
God.
and she like I said, she was a dom, and I did not know that she
She
was.
made you eat the jizz.
It was no, because I was moving around. I was like trying to fake it and stuff. I was like
Dude,
kind of fingers and stuff. And I was
that's
like,
a
oh,
thing. That's
yeah, it
like
was.
in the cream pie community. That's the
Yeah,
thing
well,
with the cups.
that's why the episode is called Cream Pie, and
Well, what the wives do is they have the BBC comes in, he fucks the wife, and he jizzes in there, and then the husband has to come and clean it up
oh
with his
God,
mouth.
that's another thing I wanted to talk to you about. There's a Okay, so
Oh my God.
there's this chick on YouTube. I've been following her on Instagram and on Twitter, and her and her husband been married for like 18 years. She said, but her husband's like this cuck guy, and he likes to watch her fuck black dudes and film it.
Yeah,
That's their thing. They
that's a
get
whole
off on
thing.
yeah, because I think her name is Katrina Black. I
Is
think
that the
that's
one that you showed me on the Twitter?
yeah, that's her. Yeah. The
Okay, I
little
saw that.
kind of chubby blonde chick, and
Blonde.
they've got
Yeah.
a YouTube channel with like 18,000 people. And
How the fuck can they have YouTube? Are they not getting flagged
no,
left and right?
their YouTube channel is different, but they use the traffic from the YouTube to go to her adult pages or OnlyFans and shit like that. But
Wow.
what if you go on their YouTube channel? It's like they'll look at like old comedy clips of like Bill Burr or Patrice O'Neal or whatever, and they'll do comedy reaction videos. They'll be like, "This is us reacting to Patrice O'Neal," and they'll watch that. And then all of a sudden, they'll be like, "Hey, you want to check out Katrina? Go to her OnlyFans page." And she's got a lot of videos where she's getting like tag teamed by two black dudes. She did a video where she let three Mexican dudes blow on her. She blew
Oh,
three Mexican
heavens.
because she was trying to do like a Trump political thing. She was like, "Don't build the wall." This is we love our. She was like, she said today in her description, she said that the three Mexican dudes were three illegal immigrants,
Oh,
and
that's funny.
so she sucked. And I mean, they all just came on her face. It was just like
Ew.
blah, blah. It was like machine guns on there. They blah, blah, blah.
Oh my God, I gotta go build that wall right now.
Yeah, it was so funny because she and I mean it's so weird. I always feel weird when I watch with because that's not I'm not into that. When they just jizz all over the chick and stuff.
Ew.
I had there was one of my exes. She was like, "Yeah, come on my tits, come on my face," and I was like, I
Ew.
came on her tits and I didn't like it, and I was like, now we got to clean it up, and
Yeah.
and I was like, now we got to. I was just no, I wasn't.
Maybe we're not mature enough, I guess, because
I think yeah,
there's an ick factor there.
Mm, yeah, I was just like, okay, hold up. Now this is okay. Let's some real shit coming on in the chat. Voice of Fire, because I've dealt with this. Hold up. He says Voice of Fire says I hate when my girl swallows and then tries to kiss me because
Oh.
she likes to ram her tongue in my mouth. Totally. Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Fucking
Okay.
rude. God
Yeah, like
damn it.
if I bust one in you, like if you take that shot and you drink it down, then we got to get you
We're
kissed
not
on the
friends
cheek.
until you get that clean.
Yeah, I gotta kiss you on the cheek there. You know, like
Yeah.
that's a peck on the cheek right
That
there.
is
It's like,
enough.
we can do the Hollywood kiss where I'll kiss you on both cheeks, mwah, mwah, like that. Like.
Oh my
But
God.
that was the thing with this squirter chick. Like I said, I done already came in her, and she sent me back down there, and then and she sent me down there, and I was like, oh, she's like, you gotta get me off, and I was like, oh, and I mean, she had already squirted twice, and I thought we were good, and she was like, well, so I'm going there. She's like, yeah, get in there, get in. Oh yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And she's getting and she came like 2 or 3 more times. And she was squirting. I mean, that shit was like, and it was just coming. I was like, "Holy shit!"
Holy shit!
Yeah, and then she goes, and this was the humiliating part. She goes, "How does that dick taste?"
Oh, oh, oh my God! I'm so sorry. You were raped.
Yeah, and it was terrible. It was my undying shame.
Oh my God, that is cosmic.
And I told that story to Sashi last year, and that was like I said, that's why it still comes up to this day. It was one of the highest rated episodes of Sexy Party, Cream Pie, and like I said, it is available on like iHeartRadio and iTunes and Spotify and all that.
Oh my
Google
God!
Play, but yeah, she goes, "How does that dick taste?"
Oh,
and I was humiliated, and she was one of the ones that contacted me when the money came in. And
wow.
she, I could still get her right now. And I was like,
going through that again.
Yeah, and that was something I actually told my fiance. Me and her talked about it because she was like, "You were humiliated," and I was like, and that was something I really did. I felt I felt that she had.
Well, it's emasculating, and that was her point. Was she's a dom? She's emasculating you.
Yeah, and I tried to. Because I was like, damn, I did not feel like a man. She made me feel like I had a vagina.
Right.
And it was not good.
Now I'm a girl.
That was like, and I mean, to this day, like I said, that shit happened. That shit happened forever ago. And she was like, how does that dick taste?
And now you're traumatized.
And I mean, so when she's contacted me and I know it's a sure thing and I can get some pussy, and I'm like, yeah, I'm passing on that. I was like, because she was like, yeah, I liked when we were together before and all this kind of, and I was just like,
that makes one of us, lady.
But and then there was the other girl I sent you the picture of. That was another ex, but that ex cheated on me, and she, now right or wrong, now this girl was kind of cute, right or no? The redhead that I sent you.
Yes.
Yes, she was cute.
She was very cute.
And man, I should have known she was cheating on my ass because I mean, big ass. And that was one thing. She got naked. Them titties was perfect. They were not. She was only like 22 when I fucked her though, and she was just way too. Yeah, she was into girls. I mean, she was into everything. So, I mean, I put it in all 3 holes on her, man.
Oh heavens!
I put it up her ass, up her cooch, in her mouth. She swallowed it. All that. She want
Yuck.
me to choke her out and every damn thing. It's like it's like I'm fucking her and choking her at the same time. She's taking my hand and putting it on her throat and everything while I'm choking her. Shit was crazy. So I did, I had to be careful with her. Like I said, I'm probably a little more. I'm not used to that. I was
You gonna
just like,
accidentally murder some girl?
well, it was crazy though, because I've told this story before. She was like, I'm choking her, and she goes harder, and I was like, I got some big ass hands and shit,
Yeah.
and so I'm choking her, and she's like more, and I was like, really? And so
Maniac.
I'm like I said, I'm inside of her and I'm fucking her, and she's like harder, and she's taking my hand and making me, and I was like, oh, she's like, yeah, yeah, oh, just like that, and it was like, and so I'm fucking her, and she's getting excited. I mean, she's going crazy while and I was like, I got excited by the fact that she was excited by me choking her. So I'm choking her and fucking her at the same time, and we like came together. It was like simultaneous climax. And oh man, I just blew one right up in her. And
At least then you didn't have to go up and clean it up after.
oh man, so but we're laying there in the bed, and you okay? Was that good? Oh great, yeah, everything's cool. And we're just laying in bed, like cuddling and everything. Just I like that's
Like
what
something
I'm.
super weird didn't just happen.
That's the thing, I always, I was, I'd always be afraid if I actually had you in my bed because I don't know, you're not as clingy as I am. I'm a cuddler. I like to, like after I come, I like to, I like you to hold me and like touch my body. I want to touch your body and stuff. And I
Oh
was
my
like,
god.
like my ex, she was not into that. She was like, "Are we done?" She wants to go get cleaned up immediately. It was like fucking the dude, and but that
Oh my god.
that magician David Blaine. It was he was on Howard Stern and he was talking about when he fucked Madonna. He actually got to go out with Madonna and fuck her a couple times. So he fucked Madonna, and Howard was like, "Well, what was that like?" He was like, "It was like making love to a man." He's like, She's like the way Madonna fucked him, it was like a dude because he said that Madonna she wasn't trying to hold him, she wasn't trying to cuddle. They fucked and she just got up and she was like, all right, I'm out, gave some dap and walked the fuck out of there, man. And it
Oh
was just like,
wow.
man, that's how my ex-fiance was. She wasn't, I had to slow her down. She was like, what? I just want to go get cleaned up. And I was like, can't we just hold each other for a little while?
Not with the evidence of, that of
Yeah,
course you
no,
want to get
she wants to get the washcloth and get
refreshed.
cleaned up right away.
Well, what you can do is like have baby wipes in the bedroom so that you don't have to
Maybe I should have
leave.
thought about that, but that was her thing. She was like, she's like, I can feel your stuff dripping out of me. I want to go get cleaned
Oh,
up. And
yeah.
she's telling me, but I'm like, I want, but we found the balance because she was like, yeah, I know your motherfucking ass wants to cuddle. And so I was like,
My
yeah.
god.
And I was like, yeah. And I was
It's
like,
hilarious.
I was like, I was like, I was like, I don't know. I feel like I was the girl in the relationship because I was like, yeah, I
A
do.
little bit.
I'm really emotional after I bust one and I want her to hold me and I
Aren't you
want her to,
supposed to like pass out and be unresponsive right
I
after you
will after I
come?
get my cuddle. After I get my cuddle,
Oh my god.
you know, I want to cuddle. I want to talk about the bills that we have to pay. Then I
You're a
want to kiss her.
treasure. You
No,
are.
that's the
You're
thing.
a
Yeah,
treasure.
no, I've got a checklist. I want to cuddle, and then I want to talk about the bills. So I was like, okay, hey, we got to pay the rent and the car note and the phone bill tomorrow.
And then you can go
So,
to sleep.
and then I want my kiss goodnight, and then she's like, okay, can I go get the cloth? And I go, yeah. And then she go get some hot cloth, and she washes herself, and then she comes back and washes my dick, and then I go to bed.
Oh, for heaven's sake, you're like a baby.
But that was a regular routine. That was how we got down, though.
Baby.
And
You're
it
a
was like, yeah, because
baby.
she was like, okay, hold on. She's like, hold on, baby. And she'll come in, she'll wipe me off, you know, she'll get
Oh
everything
my
wiped out.
goodness.
And then, like, if we needed to switch the sheets or whatever, we would go ahead and switch the sheets right quick. All right, you go to bed now. And I go to sleep. And after because she was multi-orgasmic. I mean, we had sex and she'd have 4 or 5 orgasms. And I was jealous as fuck because I was like, damn. I was like, I want I want to be able to come like that. And her ass was like, she was like, oh, and she's like, I got another one. Oh, she was like, damn, I came 5 times. And that shit was crazy to me. I was so jealous because I was like, I get the one every now and again. I was like, give me 20 minutes and I can get me another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of shit. She's like, you're ready again? And I was like, yeah, I'm ready. Because she had gotten sick and I hadn't had none in a couple weeks. I was saving that shit because I was like, yeah. So I was like, she's like, man, what has got into you? I was like, I hadn't had none. And it was like, it's been forever. She's like, it's been like 2 weeks. It's not forever.
Oh, goodness.
And I was like, it's like I've been out in the desert and I'm starving. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, you finally, I finally found an oasis, a pussy oasis.
Oh, my goodness.
And not to be confused with Oasis, the band, because I love them. And but yeah, man, that shit was crazy. And man, but yeah, we had a routine. It was probably a little too regimented though, because like I said, it was the same. I know she likes a couple of positions.
Are you looking for a lot of variety?
I tried variety. I don't have the dick for variety.
Find something that works and fucking stick to it.
Yeah, I was like, that's what, like my ex Dawn. She was like, I said, she was so tiny, it made it look like I had a big dick and everything. So since she was so tiny, I could do all kind of positions with her. But if it's a normal sized woman, I was like, okay, I got to find them couple of positions, and I know I got to do my tongue action, and then I'm out of there. So it's like, it's like I watched one of those behind the scene porn shoots and everything. And the director was like, all right, we're gonna go doggy, reverse cowgirl. He's like, then we're gonna do 69, and then he's gonna pop. And he was breaking it down how they were gonna do it. So yeah, doggy, reverse cowgirl. He said, switch it to the 69, then he's gonna pop. And it was like that. And they because she knows, the actress knows what they're gonna shoot. She's like, all right, this is what we're gonna shoot. Boom. Let's
formulaic, like that kind of bums me out.
Yeah, it does. When you see that, it kind of what's the one guy he
takes
had
all
a show.
The excitement out of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was a show called Family Business that was on Showtime, and the guy Seymour Butts. He's a porn director. See, and you can Google that. His name's Seymour Butts. He's a porn director, but he had a show on Showtime for like 4 or 5 years called Family Business. And big ass mansion and everything. He had a big thriving porn business. And Seymour Butts. And he had the Uncle Stevie or whatever, and that guy was a character, and it was a great show. But you would watch him, like he would do the porn shoots and everything. He actually ended up dating a couple of the porn actresses that he was with and everything, and that's what it was. But, whew, man, I'm always so worn out after I talk to you.
Shattered.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. So
I hear babies peeping.
Yeah, I see it, but yeah, we gotta. I'm glad we was able to get back in here because I was like, oh shit, I'm fucked. It was like the damn show. But yeah, but like I said, I can go in and clip that little snip out where we were like dead air and shit, and then it'll be primed for the upload on the other streaming services. And hey, love you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. But Anna, is there anything that you want to say before I go into all my little spiel and all that good shit?
I'm all set, sir.
All right. Well, in that case, Sexy Party is over. And I'm going to wrap this one up. But if you guys want to reach out to me, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and right here on this YouTube channel, everywhere is at Akari Press. And if you type in AkariPress.com, it'll take you directly to my Indiegogo campaign for my comic book series brand with the phenomenal Kanan White, and who's very sick, by the way. We're on Teespring. We're on Amazon.com. The links, of course, are in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. Say goodbye, Anna.
Goodbye, Anna.
Every fucking time with this broad.